Give us some insight into some environmental factors that contribute to disease.
Yeah, in general, I would distinguish our inner environment, the body environment, basically the acid-alkaline level in the body, which usually is acidic. That's our inner environment, which we usually don't take enough care about, which is a major part for health or disease. And the other environment is where we live, in the place we live, in terms of what surrounds us, what material. We have to consider that every material, if we look at it from a quantum physical point of view, it's low vibrating energy. We can surround ourselves by natural materials like wood, untreated wood, or we can surround ourselves by artificial materials, chemical colors. These artificial materials and building materials, they have a very distorted frequency spectrum, and they constantly radiate out negative energy, distorted energy. And if we live in such an environment, obviously our etheric body is suffering. It does not get support by its environment. It is not brought into a harmony. It's constantly bombarded with negative energy, and being aware of that basically causes metabolic disturbances as a outcome. If we look at geopathic stress, for example, the energy of the Earth is very strong. If we consider our planet being fluid in the middle with a hard Earth crust, it's constantly rotating, spinning around, and that way it's generating energy like a dynamo. So there's big amounts of energy coming out of the Earth, and depending what materials are in the Earth crust, we can receive either distorted energy or positive energy. And if we happen to sleep on a place with distorted energy, which many of us do, our body gets drained every night. Basically, the positive energy that we might build up with good food, with positive thoughts, they are distorted every night by sleeping on these negative places. And it is a vital thing to change that, to create a space that is really giving us energy, giving us healing energy at night.
Okay, what are the likely effects on the body of being exposed to these energies, particularly while we sleep?
Yeah, it can be very different because the frequency spectrum of geopathic stress is very different, and also the intensity of the energy is different. So it will be very individual. It can cause heart problems, it can cause cancer, it can cause really any kind of diseases. I mean, of course there are other factors involved as well, like nutrition and the water that we drink, the chemicals that we have, but geopathic stress can really impact any kind of disease. It definitely strongly reduces the immune system, the nervous system, the digestive system, and yeah, in terms of looking at it from an energetic point of view, you as an acupuncturist, you're aware of how the energy is distributed through the body along the meridians. If we sleep on a geopathic stress place, the meridians just shut, and they cannot supply the body with energy anymore. And so because of that, the biochemical functioning of the body is influenced, and on a cellular level the cells start to die on a large number, and basically it is the first step to a disease. And it's very good to get a house checked for geopathic stress. That's part of my work that I'm doing.
Maybe, Frank, you could tell us the way you go about detecting when a person has been affected by geopathic stress.
Well, one very simple way of detecting how much a person is affected by electromagnetic fields and geopathic stress is using this test that contains 20 different homeopathic preparations. Each of them has been exposed to different forms of geopathic stress and electromagnetic fields. And when this is connected to the bioresonance circuit and a person is sitting here beside me, we test each of these ampules, and if there is a response, we know that the person is affected by a certain energy. We can pinpoint that, whether the person is affected by frequencies of Wi-Fi, wireless mobile phones, or whether it's electromagnetic energy from the house installation, which is a very frequent source of problems, or if it's geopathic stress and which form of geopathic stress it is. And then I would usually go to the house of the person and check the energy lines and try to find a solution, try to find the best spot to sleep, and also devices to counteract electromagnetic fields.
Wonderful. Well, our Veda products, our Natural Energy Shield and our Energy Everywhere, they both deal with neutralizing geopathic stress. We're going to do a demonstration in a few minutes to look at an actual geopathically stressed area. What were your findings when you looked at them?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I've been examining various products during the last 8 years, products that claim to neutralize geopathic stress, and many of them unfortunately are not very efficient. And so I was surprised to what degree these Veda shields actually do counteract geopathic stress, and with aid of bioresonance it's very, very easy to find out precisely what these products do, and I was really amazed, and I'm using them for myself now, and I can highly recommend these products.
Now, Frank has very kindly offered to test me with his bioresonance device, so we're going to have a look and see what he finds. Maybe
Okay, Vincent, you start to touch with the top of this metal, the first ampule, and we get the energy of this homeopathic preparation in your system, and then we'll see if you're exposed to that energy, if I get a response here. So that's clear, it doesn't move, that means you're not affected by that. The next one. That one moves. This one is actually stating no geopathic stress, so that's a positive one. And the next one there. That's still. Next one. No movement on that one. And next one. That's still. Okay, next one. That's still. Very little movement, almost not detectable. Basically, these first 7, these were different energy lines, and in your case, there is no geopathic stress present in your system, so that's very rare. Normally, if you wouldn't sleep on these shields, the test would have been different.
Well, it may be difficult because I've been sleeping on the shields for maybe nearly a year.
So there's definitely no geopathic stress in your system. Now let's check the electromagnetic stress from 8.
We can see there's quite a distinct.
Yeah, there is definitely electromagnetic stress. This is electromagnetic fields from the house installation or computer. Next one,
my
please.
job working in my office a lot would expose me to a lot of computers and mobile phones, wireless technology.
Yeah, wireless we have later on. These are just 50 Hertz frequencies. Okay, that's radioactive radiation. You're free from that. Okay, no radioactive radiation. Okay, next one. Okay, and next one. Number 12 means your metabolism is slightly affected by the electromagnetic radiation that you're exposed to.
So, for the viewers, EMF, electromagnetic radiation, is affecting me at a metabolic or molecular level?
No, these numbers 12 and 13 means that the electromagnetic radiation you're exposed to is actually creating a change in your body. It affects the metabolism. That means metabolic disturbance means that the toxins are not released efficiently and the nutrients cannot enter that part of your body.
Okay, and considering how we are in our developed world, we have all TVs, we have videos, we have computers, we have Wi-Fi, we have a lot of different fields that we're exposed to.
Yeah.
So this would be
95% of the persons I get do have a metabolic disturbance caused by electromagnetic fields or geopathic stress.
Wonderful. Okay.
So that's definitely one thing to seriously look